Hello, my friends. I'm going for a world first here. So, welcome to yet another Zombie Survivors. This is a game I've played a couple times previously on the channel, but it recently updated and it's added a couple achievements that, as of the time of recording, 0.0% of players have on Steam. These achievements are reach level 75 and reach level 100 in the current run, but so nobody's done this yet. I think if I accomplish it, I will be the first to at least record doing it, and the first that Steam has recorded doing it. So let's see if we can get ourselves a world record. Alright, I'm gonna jump in and try to make this happen. My plan for this is I'm gonna use the boss rush mode. So boss rush was recently added a bunch of it's basically a mode where the boss enemies come very, very frequently, so that should give us more XP as long as we don't die to the number of bosses on the screen. I'm going to start with the engineer because I think that's correct, and we'll of course play on the easier map. In general, I think that's going to work better when we're going for something ludicrously difficult like a world first achievement. Alright, let's jump in and see if we can make this happen. Starting with the engineer because he gives my team additional cooldown reduction. If you're not familiar with this game, it's a survivor game similar to Vampire Survivors or Brotato, so we are not controlling our character's attacks, but instead controlling our character's movement and making decisions as to how we're going to level up over the course of the run. As we level up, we're going to unlock abilities and weapons. There is metagame progression, which I've maxed out before attempting this achievement hunt. We'll grab Energy Shield here. This is the other reason why we use Engineer in this run, is that Energy Shield is broken. Basically, this puts a bubble around us that will stun and damage any non-boss enemy, so not this guy, that walks through it. So that both gives us very fast wave clear as well as protecting us from enemies. If we can get our cooldown reduction low enough and our ability duration high enough, then we can prevent enemies from hitting us ever. So that's the way that we are intending to make this work. Of course, bosses will still be able to get to us, and this is the boss rush mode, so we'll need a plan to deal with those. Luckily, I think I have one. These Killing Frenzy power-ups are nice, actually, because they're increasing our clear speed in the early game. As we pick up those military training things, if we get 4 of them, we get a little boost, like 1% cooldown reduction. That's the most important one, because as those start to add up, we can really have our abilities go off very frequently. So I'm just upgrading my weapon and my energy shield at this point. Then we're going to go get this pickup and grab a crate. You can see this guy is basically faster than us. It's okay if we take a hit in the early game, we can survive it. Here I'm going to... I want all of these probably except for this one, so I'm going to banish this one. These aren't high tier picks, but they're certainly things that I wouldn't mind. And I'm going to take the armor, because armor just is a flat percentage reduction to incoming damage, so this gives us a lot more leeway. Eventually we're going to reach a point where the enemies will one-shot us no matter how much defensive stats we've built, but I'm hoping that we can hit level 100 before, if we build armor, we can delay that, and so my dodging won't have to be perfect for quite as long. Take cooldown reduction whenever we see it. And then here I'm just going to be upgrading my weapon again. Magnet pickup is nice, and we got one of the other 2 characters we want. It's random which other characters you find as we're forming our team here. One of the ones that we definitely want is Huntress, so we're going to pick up the Huntress here, so that's a good find for us. And I'm going to keep upgrading my Engineer's weapon to try to max that out as quickly as we can. Because I grabbed the Magnet pickup, we're getting a bunch of level ups in a row here. And then here, this is the reason that we want Huntress, because the zombie decoy that she summons creates a unit on the ground that all the bosses will run after. So that can prevent them from coming after us and keep us safe from the bosses, even as many of them spawn. So we're going to max that out as soon as possible, because the cooldown goes down, and that's the other reason why we want cooldown reduction, because we always want a decoy on the field, and we always want to be behind an energy shield. We want 100% uptime on both of those skills. So I'm going to try to make sure that our build supports that goal. This is nice. We get to pick up the item chest, which is sort of infinitely scaling. Every time we get an item chest, we get a little bit of dodge, chance, and luck, which is nice. And I'm also going to banish, removing from the pool this lucky bill. Money is for the metagame progression, so we don't need that at all. I would prefer that never show up again in any of our item chests. Here, we'll just upgrade the Huntress's weapon because her tier 3 weapon is also really important. As you level the weapons up, you can unlock new tiers. You can see there's a lot of bosses, and we are not killing them that quickly right now, but that will hopefully change later on. We just have to dodge all the chargers. Alright, new possible survivor coming up. We're level 16 out of the 100 that we need. Unfortunately, we didn't get the one we wanted, so I could either throw in a reroll. We have 13 available rerolls for everything. This is across all of our available options. I think it's kind of important that we get the medic early, so I might do one reroll here. All right, and then we can pick up the medic. The one reason for that is that once you have your 3, which is the maximum number of survivors that you can have in your team, every SOS beacon you go to after that is just worth a level. And, of course, when we're just trying to level up, that's what we need to get. Just static levels as much as possible. I don't think you can stack up multiple of them on the field to just get all of the hardest levels all at once, because obviously higher levels require more XP, so that's what makes this difficult. I don't really want any of these. I think I'm going to reroll. The 0 out of 1s I don't think are worth spending a banish on, because if we are forced to take them, that at least removes them from the pool. That could be a mistake, but something like this that's just pure garbage, I'm going to get rid of immediately. We could take Teddy Bear. This gives us a 5% chance to save a reroll, lockdown, or banish here. And it removes a unique from the pool. Let's do that. That's not going to be as... It's worse than just picking the power-ups that just give you more rerolls, lockdowns, or banishes. But because it's a 0 out of 1, like there's only one Teddy Bear, it also removes it from the pool, so we can no longer roll Teddy Bear, which is going to improve our future item pickups. And this is kind of a long-term plan here, since this is going to take a while. Grab ability duration. So what we're looking to do, incidentally, is we want our durations to be longer than our cooldowns, right? So Energy Shield right now has a 15-second duration and a 23-second cooldown, so we have 8 seconds of downtime. We need to get that to the point where it has 0 downtime, so that enemies cannot attack us while it's on cooldown. So that's the goal here. And why we're going to pick up cooldown and duration every time we see those as options. Now we can go pick up a level up. Actually, I should grab the item chest first in case we get the item. Taking a little damage here, but that's fine in the early game. In case we get the item that gives us additional stats every time we get an SOS beacon, we want to pick up the item chests before we pick up the SOS beacons. I'm going to take Electrocution. That's just okay damage. We're not getting very lucky on our level ups, but we actually did get Ring of Power, which is kind of awesome. That's the one that I wanted. So I'm going to lock the XP gain, since we're trying to... It does decrease our damage, but we're trying to level up as much as possible. So I'll lock the Wooden Cup. Is there anything I want to banish here? No, all of these are good. And then we'll take this, which gets us 1% damage every time we pick up a beacon. So now we can go pick up the beacon and get value from that. I'd say this is working fairly well so far. Obviously, we need more cooldown reduction, we need more duration, but for now, I think we're in pretty good shape. You can see that monkey decoy is starting to do stuff. We'll pick up the Huntress's weapon upgrade. I definitely need to upgrade our weapons, because right now we are not killing stuff. We're distracting it pretty well with the decoys, but we need to actually kill these bosses so we can start leveling up before the enemies outscale all of our damage. Here, even though I want to max out the decoy, this is the tier 3 upgrade weapon we want, and you get a choice of 2. So So I want to make sure I pick up the correct one while we've rolled it. That will prevent the incorrect one from clogging up our shop later on. Blaster's an AoE weapon, so it not only clears all these trash mobs, it also is going to deal a ton of damage to these big piles of grouped enemies. Yep, we'll just max out the blaster here. Now that I have the Rings of Power, it doesn't matter what order I pick up the beacons or the chests in, so we'll just go grab this SOS beacon, keep maxing out blaster to make sure we're actually killing stuff eventually. There's a lot of bosses here, and we have to let these chargers run past us. All right, there's a lot of XP on the ground, but I don't think it's safe to run in and grab it. It would be embarrassing to die at like 5 minutes into this 40 minute run. Hopefully we can pick up some cooldown reduction here. Nothing here, but we locked this wooden stick, so that's good. I do want the coffee cup as well. I don't know if it's worth locking a 0 out of 1. We'll just take the XP gain. Lowers my damage, like I said, but 25% XP gain's a lot. That's going to be a lot of levels. We can max out the blaster, and that also means we won't roll it in our shops anymore. Level 24 out of 75 for the first achievement. 100 for both achievements. Ability damage for minus weapon damage, I don't really care. I really don't want this one, so I'm going to banish it, because we want our abilities are what are going to do damage more than our weapons. So I'll banish that, and then I'll take this, because this gives us additional attack speed and... yeah, it just gives us attack speed when we get critical hits, and it removes a unique from the pool. I think that's pretty good. The wrench is also going to be okay for us, but I'll just take that. Here I'm going to take the stim pack. The medic stim pack allows us to move faster on a cooldown, so as we increase the duration of that and decrease its cooldown, we will move faster, which allows us to dodge these enemies much more easily. Move and attack faster. Let's just max electrocution here. That's a decent damaging option for us. We have to dodge all these bugs. Once we have full uptime on our energy shield, we won't have to worry about dodging all those bugs. They'll just pop on the energy shield. Nothing here that I want. Let's reroll and look for some cooldown reduction. Still gonna use another reroll. Alright, we'll take duration. In the early game, it's okay to take the occasional hit. Like I said, later game, we are going to be in real trouble if we start taking hits. I want these electric turrets. We can have many of those on the field, and that's going to be where most of our damage comes from the late game. All right, this magnet pickup is really doing work for us. Let's upgrade the medic's weapon as well. And the huntress's weapon. And electric turret. I could take a point in reanimation, so this is why we have the medic. If we get one shot in the late game, the medic will bring us back to life on a cooldown. Again, that's part of why we want to reduce our cooldowns as much as possible. So I could take a safety point, but I think it's better just to take more damage early game. There's a chest over this way. This game is going to become even more chaotic as we go. And I will warn you that in the extreme late game, there will be a lot of flashing lights. So if you are photosensitive, you may want to take this one slow. Don't really want any of these. Glass cannon, reducing our health doesn't matter at all, really, but reducing our armor is pretty bad. So I think I don't know if I want to banish that, because we will in the late game have armor over our armor cap. Let me also open up a beer here. Cheers. Because you can't do something like a world first record attempt without a beer. Let's re-roll this. And then, okay, this is great. So I'm going to lock. Do I want to lock anything here? I don't think so, actually. I'm just going to take the homing pigeon. Gives us cooldown reduction and damage. 5% cooldown reduction's a lot, obviously. Walked into all those enemies, unfortunately. There is a little bit of a lag time. It seems like it takes 2 full cycles of casting a spell before it understands that you've reduced its cooldown. So we have to be a little bit careful about that. We can't expect that the cooldown is fully reduced already. Our downtime on the energy shield is like 5 seconds right now, so we definitely need to pick up more cooldown reduction here. And we will take this solar panel as well. Axe, I don't think we're going to want, because all this will give us... we will probably take the ability damage one, and if we stack both of those, I guess it gives us crit chance for both, but I think I'm just going to banish the axe. I should also banish the frying pan. We don't care about healing bonuses at all, and we will never do fire damage, so I should have banished this one, maybe. Because I guess there's an outside chance that we pick up axe if we just get thousands of these. Weapon cooldown, we don't care about that much. 50 HP does make us slightly more resistant to one-shots, and this is a rare upgrade. Or we could just take ability damage to help us clear. Or we could take XP. Actually, I'm just going to take 5% XP. We're just trying to hit level 100, so XP mod seems good. We have to pick up these gems as they drop. The Horde evolves, so they're danger level 8 now. As the danger level of the Horde goes up, their health, damage, and move speed goes up. So the move speed is what really gets you in the late game. And of course the damage, because they become so fast that they kill you before you have a chance to react, which is why we need the energy shield. Let's upgrade the medic's handgun here. And see if we can pick up this SOS beacon for a level. Up to level 33, so we're making good progress. Maxed out our electric turrets, that's pretty nice. You can see that decoy made the bosses stop chasing us, which is how we stopped them from just zipping in from off-screen at light speed and one-shotting us in the late game. We keep getting these medic weapon upgrades, which aren't that important, and haven't seen a huntress weapon upgrade. It's not worth re-rolling on our skills, though, because we're just going to get all of the skills eventually anyways. Here we go, huntress weapon upgrades. Her tier 3 weapons are also really important to what we're doing. Ability duration is, of course, ideal for our goal here, and a magnet pickup should be several levels for us. Here I'm going to grab a safety point in reanimation, that way if I do something really stupid and just get one shot. Oh, it's only one level from the magnet. Yeah, you can see why this is taking people a long time to do this achievement. Or why no one's gotten this achievement yet, because the later levels start taking a lot of XP. Alright, let's banish this, because we will never do fire damage. So that's completely useless to us. But 10% duration is incredible, and we don't care about money modifier at all. So that's going to really help us get to our full uptime. And here we can upgrade multi-shot some more. Now we've unlocked the Huntress's tier 3 weapons. We're going to go for the ice arrows because they slow enemies, which will give us a lot more time to react as the guys come charging in off screen towards us. Having gotten both of the you get additional stats whenever you pick up a SOS or a box early has helped a lot as well. We've gotten a decent amount of dodge chance, which is just a chance to not die in the late game. Just from that, and a decent amount of luck, which gives us more power-ups. And this is the weapon we wanted, so that's great. We get freezing arrows. So that will slow these enemies. Which is pretty needed. You can see they're already really fast. Let's pick up this box, and... woof. Nothing I want here, really. Ability, critical damage, weapon crit chance, and crit damage. I mean, that's not terrible. I think I'll just do a reroll here, though, because I'd love to get some attack speed. Armor, 5% armor and 5%... or, sorry, not attack speed, cooldown reduction. 5% armor and 5% attack speed is pretty good, though. And I can banish this because we will never use the fire damage. Oop. Oh no, I picked it. I thought I'd hit banish. Ah, crap. Oh well. That's really bad actually. So I just reduced my Huntress's damage by 20% by picking that by accident. Yep, because I reduced my ice damage by 20%, so that was a big mistake. Oh well. These are mostly for the slow, not for the damage, but that's still pretty painful. We'll keep upgrading them for additional projectiles. And we can bring our ice damage back up later on, but that still obviously was not the best move I've ever done. Let's reroll here, see if I can get something that matters. Alright, I'll just take 1% ability damage. I will say, I'm not a huge fan of an upgrade system that's like 1% of this, 1% of that. It just doesn't feel that satisfying. But since we get so many of them, they do add up a lot. Yeah, so here we can bring our ice damage back up if we take Special Snowflake or Icon of Stillness. I think I'm going to take the Dancing Cacti, though, actually. Because as I increase my armor, that gives us quite a lot more leeway to not get one-shot if I walk into an enemy. Obviously, I'd prefer cooldown or duration on abilities, because you can see we still don't have full uptime on any of our important abilities. Let's max out Electrocution for wave clear. I can get to the medic's upgraded weapons later on. What are my uptimes like? So right now, yeah, we've got about 3 seconds of downtime, a little more than 3 seconds downtime on the energy shield. I think the zombie decoys last for 6 seconds, maybe 5. So we should basically... we should have a decoy up most of the time. So let's see, we'll wait until it times out here. The decoys, unfortunately, yeah, and then one goes up pretty much immediately. So we have pretty much full uptime on the decoys. The decoys are not affected by ability duration, as far as I can tell, only cooldown, so we need to make sure that we're getting duration there. Or cooldown there. Reroll, that's all common upgrades, and they don't really matter that much. Here, I'm just gonna take crit damage on our abilities, I guess. We need to increase our ability crit chance for that to matter, but... let's max this out. Makes them fire more often, and that's very good. It'll slow enemies more. Electric damage is really good for us because our engineer is still doing most of our damage. But do I want ability crit chance and area more? I think I'll just take the electric damage. If we can upgrade our electric damage enough, then we'll be able to just kill these enemies rather than just stunning them with our energy shield. Here, I don't think I really need to upgrade reanimation at this point. The cooldown goes down, but that's not that important to us. Let's upgrade the stim pack so we have more uptime on the bonus move speed. Up to level 45 so far. I would say this gets really hard around minute 20 usually. Right now, we're just still avoiding all of the bosses. Later on, I'm going to be kind of priced into hiding in the corner. Stacking decoys and turrets to prevent myself from dying. But around minute 20 is when this gets really difficult. Let's reroll this. I'm using too many rerolls, but I've got to find cooldown reduction sooner than later. Item chest should be good for us, hopefully. Not terribly. Do I just banish this glass cannon? I mean, the damage is so nice, and those scale infinitely. So eventually I'm going to reach more than 75% armor, and then I'll want to start taking the glass cannons. I'll keep taking Glass of Milk, though, I think. Healing bonuses we already have very high because we got a medic in our team, and 40% damage reduction means we can survive much more powerful hits. That plus the fact that I'm also gaining dodge every time I pick up an SOS beacon. Not a lot of dodge, but some. Should give us some more ability to survive. Oop, I'm standing directly in a ranged attack, so I'm about to take a big hit here. I'm going to pick up the cooldown on this. I don't think most of these other things matter. Oh, nice. I actually dodged the ranged attack. Those spitters are what's going to get us in the end game, by the way. Whenever we do eventually die in this run, it's going to be the spitters. I'll take the arrow penetration here because that can allow the Huntress to slow multiple enemies with a single shot. We'll upgrade the stim pack for more duration. See what our eventual stim pack uptime is. Yeah, the armor is really helping because when I'm taking these chip damage hits, if we didn't have 40% damage reduction, we would really have to worry about those hits. As is, we're okay. As long as we don't get hit by something really big right now, we should be relatively safe. Alright, I will take this wooden stick and I'm going to lock the duct tape. I think I'm better off locking duct tape than glass of milk here. Even though we do want this as well, but I want the XP modifier more. I do lose 5% more damage, but I think that is a worthy trade-off. Ooh, ability crit chance 10%. Alright, yeah, we'll take that. Go from 5 to 15%. That's going to be a significant damage increase for us. All these enemies are being slowed, and then we just run away and leave them while they sit in one of these electric turrets and take hits, while they continuously get zapped. So, while the blaster shots just tank them from off-screen. So the idea is we're just slowly killing things from off-screen. I think, yeah, stim pack cooldown. Let's see what our uptime on stim pack is right now. 13 cooldown, 8 duration. So we're actually getting... We're not that close, but we're getting close-ish to full duration stim packs, which will be really nice. Move speed, of course, is super powerful because we're just going to have to dodge everything. And let's upgrade the medic's weapon. Wow, this is garbage. I'll reroll. Sure, 5 luck will be more power-ups, which can be wave clear and stuff. And then here, ability CDR. Wow, I want all of these. I mean, I guess I'll never buy magazine clip because that costs us ability CDR, so I'm going to banish that. Yeah, banish this. Lock this for ability duration. Actually, let's lock duct tape and buy bells and whistles, because 10% duration is going to be more valuable than 2% cooldown and 2% duration for us right now. And that should, I think, have gotten us to full uptime. No, not quite. All right, we're 1 second short of full uptime on the energy shield. When we get the cooldown from our next crate, we should be able to get perfect uptime on the energy shield. And you can see we can now poop out multiple Tesla turrets on the ground at once. So we've got 3 electric turrets. That's doing a lot of damage to these guys. As long as I can dodge the chargers, we have enough slow and enough decoys that we don't have to care about the axe wielders, who are super fast and normally what kills you on a lot of these runs. Keep upgrading the medic's weapons here, because we want to get to her tier 3 eventually. 24 levels to go for our first milestone. Let's pick up Eagle Eye. Crit chance and damage is going to be worth a lot to us, and it's a passive. Most of our damage comes from abilities, not weapons, but it's still worth picking up. And here, there's nothing I want to lock, nothing I want to banish, really. We'll take the CDR and duration. Get that Killing Frenzy pickup. I guess there's one of those military training pickups up here. You can see stuff on the edge of the map, so we can see there's a magnet pickup down there. Just by the colored dots on the edge of the map, which is something I like a lot about this game. Shows you which direction to go next. Now we can grab this magnet pickup. That's hopefully worth a level. It was. Let's keep upgrading Eagle Eye for more damage. It was almost worth like a level and a half there. 2% dodge chance, or 2.5% dodge chance is not bad. Dodge is pretty hard to get to a reasonable value, but I think even 20% dodge has a, 20% chance of saving us. All of these are crap. I guess I'll get rid of the frying pan here. We're out of banishes. I might take an additional banish thing later on. Frozen Heart isn't terrible. It can help repair my ice damage that I unfortunately nerfed. And a little more max HP is good for, again, avoiding one-shots. Which is really all we care about. We aren't worried about chip damage because we have the medic. So as long, and just like health pickups on the ground and stuff, as long as I don't just get one shot, then the run won't end. All these chargers. Let's go pick up another mill training and another one of those. Get the syringe gun maxed out so we can get the medic's next level weapons. Because she's still on her tier 2 weapons. We'll just take 1% ability damage, I guess. I'm not going to think about it too hard. Alright. What I want is for all these chargers to be grouped up with each other, not charging me from different directions, because with them all coming from different directions, it's kind of hard to dodge around them. Get me CDR. Alright, duration I will take as well. Anything I want to lock here? Nope. Area is also pretty nice. It's mostly good for the turrets, which can now cover basically the whole screen. But with that 10% duration, we now do definitely have full uptime on our energy field, so we are mostly immune to the small enemies. One issue is that because we have this huge AoE on it, the enemies will get unstunned. They'll pass through it and then get unstunned on the inside of it. So that can be a problem for us. But if we have enough turrets on the ground and big enough AoE on those, then the turrets can kill them with the electric pulses before the enemies get unstunned. I have to work my way to the left there, where there's a crate. I'll just take the max health again for no one-shots. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to lock the homing pigeon and pick the solar panel. 40% or 39% CDR, so we're getting there on what we want. Ooh, I dodged that attack. I don't think it would have killed me or anything, but I did walk into a ranged attack there. But that's, I guess, why we have the 15% dodge, so that can happen. Let's max out reanimation. I think that puts it on like a... Yeah, it puts it on a 50-ish second cooldown. So that gives me some leeway to take random hits like I just did. And die. Although, again, we want to avoid having that happen in the late game. Alright, the freezing flasks is what we want for the medic, because that will help slow even more enemies when combined with the Huntress's ice arrows. It's less damage than her lower level weapons, but it's a slow. And here we have the homing pigeon, and let's lock another bells and whistles. I would like to banish the Plague's Visage as well, but... we're out of banishes. Alright, let's see if we can clear some of these guys. One, because It's worth a lot of XP, and 2, because my game is starting to lag a bit. So I'm just going to put down a bunch of decoys, put down a bunch of turrets, and try to clear a bunch of these axe zombies. Some of these have probably spawned like 15 minutes ago. Because we've just been running away from the piles of bosses so far. So I'll take an Eagle Eye here. Ooh, 5% damage. It's a legendary pickup. Sure. I mean, weapons are not what we're primarily using for damage, but every little bit helps. Of course, this charger stopped moving directly on top of the box I'm trying to get. And then here, yep, nothing to lock, so we'll take the bells and whistles. Upgrade freezing flasks. We're at 61. How close are we to full uptime on this? So we've got 10.4 duration and 11.2 cooldown. So we almost have full uptime on stim packs. Just a little more CDR and a little more duration. You can see we've actually got multiple energy fields running at once because we have the uptime high enough that it's starting to overlap. Slowing down for a quarter second every little bit is kind of annoying. Let me just take an armor, save a reroll here. So having like 1 second downtime on the stim pack is pretty annoying because it's acting as basically a slow that happens every once in a while. We've already got reanimation, so I don't know if we need this. Let me just take... You know what, I'll just take this. Our weapon damage can suffer a little bit, and our ability damage is what we really need. That's going to help with our turrets and everything. There was a crate up this direction. Maybe not. Alright, this is where the XP gain starts to slow down a bit. You see, even with a magnet pickup there, we still didn't get there. Alright, there is a crate up here. There's an SOS down that way. We're already headed this way, so let's get the crate. More banishes isn't terrible. I think I'm just going to take this, though. Attack speed and more armor. We're now getting kind of close to the 75% armor cap. And if you're familiar with my Brotato videos, then armor does not work the way it does in Brotato. This is just a flat percentage damage reduction. So the way you should think about it is more akin to how you think about dodge in Brotato, as scaling extremely well with itself. That being said, unlike Brotato, this game is all about, other than very high endless runs in Brotato, this game is all about avoiding one-shots. So, still nothing. I don't really want to increase our area that much. I mean, it's going up anyways. So I'll just take the crit chance on abilities, I guess. Ooh, oh, no, okay, I tanked that damage. It didn't eat my reanimation, so all the armor I've bought has paid off. But obviously tanking that charger was not good. On the other hand, we do have the medic who healed us back up very quickly. 64, level 64 right now. CDR and ability damage. This is really good as well. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the duct tape and buy Sugar Rush, because this gives us just attack speed and CDR whenever we kill a boss. attack speed and weapon reload speed whenever we kill a boss. But since this is a boss rush, we're basically always going to kill a boss, so those, whenever you kill a boss things, have very high uptime for us and are quite valuable. We're kind of down to the dregs here, so I'm going to pick up Transplantology. If we do take damage, this can heal us back up instantly. And these, like, damaging abilities are just not that useful at this point in the game. Those ones are pretty weak, unfortunately. More dodge, more damage. Let's just do more dodge. And we'll just keep picking up Arrow Penetration. Increases our damage and our ability to freeze enemies. And here... Ooh, okay. I want to lock a couple of these, I think. Man, that's so frustrating that this one shows up. I want electric damage. Obviously, I want this, but I also want this. So let's lock the duct tape again and buy the coffee cup. That's going to give me CDR whenever we kill a boss, so this is ability cooldown whenever we kill a boss. So that's going to be a lot more turrets on the field, basically. A lot more turrets, a lot more decoys. And thus a lot more damage. That'll increase our clear speed a lot as we chain together boss kills into more turrets. You can see we're just pooping them out constantly now. Decoy, decoy, like we have multiple decoys on the ground. We have several overlapping fields of electric turret. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to dodge these chargers, so I'm going to have to move up and to the right when I exit the pause screen here. We'll just max out Arrow Penetration. Okay, nice. I didn't see that guy coming until after the pause screen we'd already entered the pause screen. Pick armor over dodge here. Just because I'm closer to cap on it. Go pick up this box. I think we do now have full stim pack cooldown. Yeah, I'm going to want the special snowflake later. Let's just take this. I don't need to lock anything here. Still saving a lock for CDR, basically. CDR meaning cooldown reduction. I guess that's an abbreviation I'm very used to from League of Legends, but one that not everyone will be familiar with. Sure. At this point, I can just pick those abilities more or less at random. Because we've already got everything important. So I'll try not to take too much time because this video is already getting quite long. And the other thing that's weird about this game, or something else about this game, is that because it has so many flashing lights, the file sizes for recordings of this game are enormous. Anything here I want? Not really. I'll just take damage and attack speed. That'll be fine. Whoa, I almost walked into all of those guys and died instantly. Good thing they were slowed, so they attacked slower. Almost walked into that guy, too. One thing I should check is that this isn't on cooldown. I should just like keep an eye on that to make sure I still have my emergency revive available. Not that I should change how I play based on that, but you know. All right. Oh, I missed the funny number, but we're getting close. Much as one might. Nice cooldown reduction. I also want this, but yeah, we'll just grab this. So how close am I to CDR cap also? We've got... Alright, we are at 75%, although that might include the buff from killing a boss. But with 75% CDR... Okay, yeah, so we're at 51% without the buff from killing a boss. But when I kill a boss, we go up to 75%, which gives me full uptime on basically all of my abilities here. Putting down these electric turrets, more decoys. All of the enemies are running towards the decoys, and we can just kind of hide behind them. As long as we kill the chargers, or at least don't get popped by the chargers. Everything else is just going to have to slowly waddle its way towards us through the slows and stuns. Let's grab... Okay. Wish I could banish that. Let me just take crit chance and damage. Yeah, I should pick up more banishes if I can. If I roll them. Alright, we're down to only 3 abilities left. Once we max those out, we start getting more of those military training pickups, I think, from levels. So just a few minor stats. We're really fast now, which is nice. How close am I to armor cap as well? Just checking that. 49%, okay. So I have plenty to go before I hit the 75% armor cap. These ability areas are getting ridiculous. Oop, alright, well let's definitely boost our armor some more. As I get close to armor cap, that also removes that one from the pool, so we'll get more other stuff that we want. 10% duration. Nice. What's the cap on duration, incidentally? 200%. Okay, so I can still boost that quite a lot, but... That's going to be full uptime on, like, most of our things. Arrow rain makes a giant rain of arrows, but... When we look at the damage that everything did at the end of the level, we're gonna see that arrow rain didn't do anything. Oh god. Okay, the armor's still keeping me alive. I ran with those guys instead of dodging them. Very poor play. And took a hit that I did not need to. Thought there was, yeah, there is a crate there. You can see now the enemies are starting to get fast enough that we are having trouble even as I, let's take ice damage, even as I slow them and decoy them and everything. And a bunch of the little zombies are starting to survive my energy field and my attacks, so... They're starting to be really threatening. Alright, this will be one more level. And then we only need one more to hit the first of the 2 achievements. And like I said, 0.0% on Steam so far. So I think this is going to be a world first. And then we might get a second world first. Oh, okay, unless I do that. Have to dodge out of that pile of enemies. That's really nice. That will stop us from getting one-shot the Power Glove. So let me... I guess what I should do is... it doesn't really matter if I lock one of these or not, right? So let's buy the lock the bells and whistles and buy the power glove. What I was thinking there is that there's a chance since that was the last bells and whistles we could buy, it's possible that I want to leave that one in the pool so that there's multiple good rolls left in the pool, rather than removing it from the pool. Oh yeah, so you can see we've got like upgrades showing up now, but I will still just max out this stuff anyways. I guess the health regen I probably don't need to max out, but maxing that out will give me, I assume, a choice of upgrades, which is probably better than just taking the first one that shows up. Yeah, nothing else here I want, so let's just grab the bells and whistles. We've got a couple rerolls if we get some real garbage. I should pay attention to what's there, because if we roll cooldown reduction or armor or dodge, I should probably take it. Oh yeah, also level 75. We got the achievement. I completely missed it, actually, when we got our first world first, but we did it, so thanks for everyone who believes in me. I'd like to thank, the Academy. And woof. This isn't good. Yeah, I don't care about any of these. Let's roll. Let's grab more armor. 69% armor, so, we did it. We made it. Managed to get the funny number in there somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to take 100 HP, actually, because that's for the legendary upgrade, that's actually a pretty nice boost, again, to prevent us from being one-shot. Alongside our 69 armor, I would say that's a fairly nice way to keep ourselves alive. This is where the madness starts to set in as we get closer to 100. And each level comes slower and slower and slower. Gotta make sure to pick these up as soon as they spawn, the SOSs, because I don't think there could be more than one on the map, and I think the next one spawns based on how recently the last one spawned, so I need to make sure to grab those so we maximize the time. Ice damage, elemental damage. Sure, ice damage. Actually, I should have taken elemental, because all our damage is still electric. Ooh, took a hit there. I will say the fact that we aren't just getting instantly one-shot is kind of nice. Alright, so that, I believe, maxed out our ability duration. We're at 199. Okay, so that can only go up to 200%. So the next point of ability duration I get is the last one we need. I don't know if we can keep rolling it after that, or if it just removes itself from the pool. We probably can just keep rolling it and can't benefit from it, would be my guess. Still don't want to buy glass cannon here. I am going to take more ice damage. Alright, here we see a crowd of axe zombies in their natural habitat, slowed and surrounded by electricity, trying to kill a monkey. Make sure I pick this up. You know what, it's probably still worth taking XP modifiers, but I'll just take the field surgery. The reason I don't care about the health regen is we heal instantly based off of pickups and lifesteal anyways, so We just never needed the actual slow regen. There's a crate here, right? No, I was just hallucinating. There's a crate over here. Nice. Level 80, we're getting there. More armor, yes please. The Power Glove, plus 300 health. That's just a very good item for us. This is all useless. Let me actually use a reroll here. Okay, let's max out our ability duration. Now I can avoid picking that from now on. You see, we don't do a lot of damage to these guys. But that's why we just kite them around with our move speed and slows. Leave these electric turrets that will kill them. Weapon attack speed. I don't think any of our weapons actually use attack speed, right? The Huntress bows don't use attack speed, just reload time. The flasks do use attack speed, and I guess the blaster does too. Okay, so I could have increased my attack speed for profit there, but oh, took a hit there. Really have to be careful about that. Let me grab this or just more max health. Yeah, let's actually just grab more max health at this point. Just trying not to get one shot before the end. Alright, so having passed the 32-minute mark on the clock, this is where the enemies start getting more power, I think at level 30. They get more power per level. So, even though up to this point our armor and dodge has actually been sufficient to keep us alive, that's going to stop happening pretty quickly. I will say it will be an anticlimax if, after playing this game for an hour and a half, I get one shot by a spitter and just die, but you know, that's what happens when you are going for world records. Definitely don't want lifesteal value. Wait, anytime we take damage, we heal it up immediately, because we have basically full uptime on the medic's healing abilities. I'm going to grab this just as yet more one-shot protection. I'm hoping that it doesn't go off. I hope that the game is smart enough to understand to use the medic's reanimate before using the one that reduces my health by 50%, but I guess I don't know that for certain. So it's possible that I put myself in a hole by taking that. Okay, there's an SOS beacon down that way. This is how we have to get all our remaining 18 levels, probably, is just picking up beacons, because the XP gain is so low at this point. Oof, we took a hit. That's pretty dangerous. More dodge. Let's stop that from happening. Love how our armor is working, but yeah, you can see the enemies are now able to survive long enough after getting through our energy field that we are taking hits from the small enemies. I almost took the duration there, but we have full... We're capped on ability duration. Ah! Every time I see this. Let's take elemental damage. That'll increase all our ice and electric damage. Okay. Let's go up this way, grab the SOS, then we'll come back down and get the box. How's my armor, actually? 75. Okay, so we are armor capped. I should stop picking that up. I wonder if the game is smart enough to save armor that I have over cap if I take something that decreases my armor. Probably not, is my guess. Cooldown reduction, we can still get to 75%, so let's keep picking that up. And yeah, so like there's a chance I don't want to take this until I've taken a glass cannon or something like that, because then I could bring my armor back up. But I think we're just not going to take the glass cannons. Damage is just not relevant to us right now. Grab this magnet pickup. Try to get some XP as I... Ooh, I dodged an attack. I don't know what attack that was, but it's possible that the 25% dodge just saved my life again. Yep, more cooldown. Yeah, one problem we're having is I've increased my ability area too much. Like I said at the beginning. I don't think there's a good way to decrease that, but... I love the pile of red arrows for all the bosses on the field. I also probably need to clear some of those out, because like I said, my game is kind of laggy right now. Making it hard to dodge. Alright, we've got... okay, I'm moving fast enough now that I have to be really careful, actually, because when I have the super speed power-up plus the sim pack, my guys move really fast. So I need to kind of tap move instead of hold move, or I'm going to just run into enemies before we can stun them or stop them. That's pretty garbage. This I don't want because I think it will reduce my ability damage. Let's just take this. And I have to start skipping at some point because it's going to be stuff that only makes my character worse. XP modifier? Sure. I don't think we're getting too many levels just from XP, but every little bit helps. And elemental damage. Yeah, so the small zombies are now starting to get through my shields. We just don't quite have the damage. So I need to play pretty carefully around these decoys so that they run at the decoys and not at me. $14 levels to go. We'll get at least one more from XP. Slowly, but it'll happen eventually. Whew. This level up screen scared me. I thought I had died when it popped up because I was in all those enemy attacks. Alright, we're very, very fast now. Kill that spitter, grab this level. That can still go up, right? Yeah, okay. Ability damage, weapon damage. All our damage stats can go up infinitely. Level 88, so 12 more to go. But the amount of XP we need is starting to add up a lot. Wow, this is all trash. I guess this gives me a bunch of damage. When I pick up those health pickups. It doesn't mean there aren't health pickups on the ground for us when we need them, but 100% damage buff for a few seconds is not terrible. Okay, I need to get out of here. There's too many chargers. Oh, and there's an SOS up to the left here, so let's do that. Skirt the edges of the arena, basically. Having all these slowing effects is wildly important for what we're doing. Let's take more crit chance. I assume crit chance can go up to 100%. It would be weird if it stopped at 75, because that... One of the... oh, I should have taken the duration of power-ups, actually, one. One of the power fantasies in this type of game is getting 100% critical chance. Level 89. We're getting there. Oops. I just took that out of habit, but we're capped on that stat. I think we'll maybe generously get 2 more levels, so we just have to pick up 8 or 9 more. Yeah, I think we'll probably get 2 more levels from XP. So if we pick up 8 or 9 more SOS beacons... Oh god, I took that tanked a hit there. Really want to avoid taking any hits, because they're so dangerous. More electric damage. What's our elemental damage? Electric is only 155. Cold has actually gone up a lot. Even though I decreased it by 20. Love this pile of axe zombies. If you've played this game, you know that the axe zombies are the most dangerous bosses in general. So seeing them just fully in the struggle zone, really appreciate that. Makes me feel good. I'm having to be so careful with my movements because we're so fast. Kind of wishing I hadn't increased my movement speed this much. I also don't want to increase my ability area anymore. Let's just grab some ice damage. We have no fire damage, so decreasing that doesn't matter at all. Can weapon CDR go down to... Okay, only 75%. I was wondering if we could get our weapons to have no reload time. Ouch. Took 1,000,000 damage there, again. But turns out that maxing out armor was really good for this run, because I'm able to survive the small enemies, which... Previously in this game, without the ability to get to high armor percentages, because armor used to actually be flat damage reduction rather than percentage reduction, up until this most recent patch, you were not able to survive even small enemy attacks in the late game, even if you built defensively. So that's a change I like quite a lot, is that now we can tank incidental hits from some of these little zombies that sneak their way through my shield or that I run into. Alright, whatever. We'll increase our ability area. Crit damage and everything is still good. Plus, it makes our turrets bigger, and that's nice. Yeah, we pick up a magnet and it moves the XP by like 2 bars, because we need more than 1,000,000 XP per level right now. I wonder if I'll run out of items to pick up. That would be funny. I'd love to get to 75% dodge. It's hard, obviously, but that would go a long way, too, because then even if we get hit by a charger, the chances of us getting hit by a charger, it going through the 75% dodge, and then that happening again during the duration of our one-shot protection being on cooldown isn't that high. So I think I'm going to focus on dodge. Because my cooldown reduction actually at this point is enough that I have full uptime on all my important spells, and also is over cap whenever I kill a boss. So whenever I'm near bosses and I'm killing them, our cooldown reduction goes up by 25%, which is plenty to get us over 75. $93 and 2/3. People have repeatedly said they want to see me play endless modes of games. I didn't think this one would take quite this long, but... This is one of those monkey paw situations where you say, play Brotato Endless, and I play yet another Zombie Survivors Endless. Haha! Yeah, I guess this is still good. I do want to pick up more banishes, but we are getting close enough that I'm just taking things that will keep me alive in the near term. Continuing to try to vacuum stats off the map. Here we go. 95. Ouch. Yep, you can see if I did not have 75% damage reduction, right, that spitter attack would have one-shot me instantly. So, and 2700 HP. So that has worked very well. Yeah, let's do increased buff duration. That's actually been very important to this run, is that I invested in defensive stats. Dodged that spitter attack. It is good to know that I can tank a spitter attack, because usually that's what gets you in this game, is that these spitter balls start to do enough damage that you die instantly to them. Oh, ouch. Alright. So I dodged the boss, but tanked a hit from a spitter in exchange, which is okay. I mean, obviously, I'd prefer to do that. Sure. 5 more levels. I think we'll get one more from just XP. Almost walked into that. Oh no, I went too far for the survivor. Yeah, there's so many chargers. I need to like move away from all of the chargers so that they're all coming at me from the same direction, because they're so hard to dodge when they're coming from different directions. And I am at the point where a charger attack will just kill me. Ouch. Once again, normal zombie, just bringing us down to half health, but we have gotten our health high enough. Let me re-roll this, actually. I'm going to look for health or something. Alright, we didn't get there. We do have 2 sets of one-shot protection available, so I can tank at least 2 hits from a boss. As long as I don't do it all at once. Or I guess, even if I do it all at once. Is there? No, too many chargers. What I want to do is... ow, ow. Okay, so we wasted our revive. The revive cooldown is not that long. And it did use my actual medic revive instead of the... Did use my actual medic revive instead of the... Nope. Not get hit by that. The item that decreases my health. So that part's okay. Don't know how I'm going to get to this SOS beacon without getting hit, though. Yeah, I had to kite all the zombies around the side of the map, and I think we made it. Ooh, 5% dodge chance. That's a big deal. And our revive is back up. I was playing super scared there because my revive was down and I really needed to play cautiously until that came back up. Luckily, with all of our cooldown reduction, and the revive is only on a, what's this? 30-second cooldown, 34 seconds. Alright, so it looks like we did not... I almost walked into another spitter attack. This is suddenly very tense at the end. Looks like we did not get a level from actual XP, so I need 2 more beacons. Still kiting the bosses around in circles, basically. Just they're constantly slowed on the other side of the map because they're getting distracted by the decoys. As long as I move really fast in a circle, they'll never catch up to me at this point. Level 99! Gotta watch for spitters, gotta watch for trash mobs. Waiting for another SOS beacon to spawn. Nope. Spitter attack. Killing some bosses, but look how much health they have. They go down so slowly. Even that squishy version of the boss. All right, there's our beacon. And here we go. Just bypassing that chest. We don't need it. Beacon's all the way on the other side of the map, but I think this is a world first for this achievement. Level 100 in the current run. So there we go. I've done the impossible yet another zombie survivors achievement, and if you want to do the same, you now have a template. This build, I think, works extremely well. And was difficult. I mean, it wasn't like super easy to execute, but I wouldn't say this was that difficult to execute once I got the build kind of sorted out. And let's just let's end the run here. All right, Chargers, do your worst. Oh, I was invincible. You can't do anything to me. We'll live forever. All right. Well, that was really fun, and while it did drag a little in the mid game, I am really excited to have managed to pick up a world first achievement on stream here for you. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And as always, if you have, of course, feel free to leave comments, like the video, and while I can't promise to be setting world records every video, you can subscribe to my channel for more detailed strategy guides to other games and other content like this. Cheers, my friends. I'll catch you next time.